Wow, I haven't done a video in a while. I just happened to look at it. Figured I'd do a quick little video this morning here. But when I drew this little thing, the next day they ended up pulling that down a lot further than I expected. So you can see there's a little gap in there. A little gap right here. But if I enlarge this, move this up a little bit. You know, I could move that over so that this peak lined up with this and then go from there. But I'm just gonna leave it there, see what happens. It'll hopefully it kind of shadows it inside of this line. So we'll see. Good uptick today would be a good indicator that it's going to go back up over this 3. We got what, 3 weeks till earnings, something like that. When is it? 22nd. 22nd is what TradingView has it, but it's probably going to be before that. So we'll see. These market makers, they're just shoddy, man. But I got Fubo and Fuel Cell on the high alert for the short squeeze thing. Fubo is back, I think back right around 50 million short. Shit ton of days to cover. I mean, can you believe Friday there's only like 6 million in volume? That's just stupid. I don't know what they're doing. A lot of off-exchange trading. They're just, I mean, institutions and everything and hedge funds, market makers, whatever. They're just stretching this thing out. It's just ridiculous. If you go way back here, I mean, I'd have to scroll this. Say right here, you could draw a line. Let me do that. So you could draw a line like this. And then draw another line, say somewhere down here. Like right here. Roughly. I mean, I'm just doing this quick. It's roughly where that is. But I mean, that gives you an idea of how much they're dragging this out. Okay, so let's just try to plan this, and I'll leave this line here just to see what happens. Eventually, I'm gonna have to clean up this chart. It's getting pretty messy. That's a little off. You have to go down to this. Something like that. But I mean, you can see how they're dragging this out, which would be the weekly and the monthly chart. You know what I mean? If you and then it'll bounce within that. But I mean, it's got to come all the way where you could go almost all year in this pennant that's going on here before you see something break, you know. You got to go on the smaller time frame than that. But yeah, I don't like that. Gets in the way. That's too far out. I want to see something happen before that. And there's in the last few weeks we've seen just basically everything positive, and there's just no upward momentum. Market makers just killing any kind of momentum it gets. So, and then, like I say, the big trades are when it shoots way above VWAP and then it starts coming down, day traders are just trading the hell out of this. You know, when you move 10, 12, 14, 16 cents of an obvious move in a day, that's a day trader's gold mine. He'll trade that every day, you know. And when the short shares are so easy to come by on Fubo and a lot of these other tickers that it's an automatic. You're buying it up when it's driving above VWAP, and as soon as it makes a corner and they start to rip it down, you're selling it off, and then you're going short when it dips below VWAP, because lately, once it goes below VWAP, it's been running down all day long. So that's an instant short. So on top of hedge funds, institutions, everything else, you got retail shorting it on top of it. So it's like, you know, market makers will take that play every day. If you let them, you know, they'll just keep pushing it down and let shorts pile on, and then they'll, you know, bring it up at the end of the day or whatever, and shorts start getting out, and this go through the same process again the next day. So, and I think, my personal opinion, I think that's a lot of what you're seeing with Fubo right now. Is just a lot of day traders, market maker taking advantage, shorts taking, you know, institutions that are short taking advantage. Then you got when shorts that are in this heavy institution or hedge fund wise, when they start getting nervous, then you get all these stupid press releases that come out. Like, look at their analysis. You know, there's like a bunch that have a hold rating. You know, what has changed in the last couple of weeks? They're like, oh, now we're worried about the growth of it. Yeah, it's bullshit, you know. All they are is trying to put a little bit of doubt into retail's minds that if they market makers pull the price down a little bit, you add that doubt into a person's mind, then they're liable to sell off a lot easier than if you have all this positive stuff going through. So bottom line is institutions want your shares. So they're going to do anything they can to try to get you to sell. And that's something that's really messed up the market, is retail is investing a lot more wise than what we once did. They've really, because of the internet and social media and the way people are communicating, you're really holding on to shares and stuff when the price goes down and just adding two positions, you know. And it's really messing with the whole way the stock market does business, or the way they used to do business. You know, they used to just screw over retail ridiculously. So, and now with, you know, the social media platforms and like YouTube here and doing these videos and information, we've become a little more wise to their games. But they're finding new games, you know. After that bullshit with GameStop and AMC and a ton of others, you know, I think something was put into the play here for all this jury rigging of shares and, you know, I mean, failures to delivers and delays on there's a whole bunch of other excuse me. There's a whole bunch of delays on covering shorts and stuff like that. It's just ridiculous, you know. So it's just a waiting game. We need some buying pressure. Fubo is not really good at putting out information either, so it would help if they were a little more open on what's going on. But who knows? I keep moving this chart like something's going to be different, but it's 5:25 Central Time here. And this has been sitting at 266 since frickin' open. At 3. It's just dumb. It looks like this can move. You know, every time it gets close to that 285, got up to 295 there, it was just pounded back down. So, but I'm guessing we could say C3 this week. But is that, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then they rip it back down below 3 for Friday? You know, same rinse and repeat. But if we can get some kind of positive news, and with earnings coming up, this, you know, once this gets back over this 307, like you can see, I got my white line here. I mean, it could go on a rip. And we keep saying that, but it's got to push and hold and get whoever's short in this 50 plus million to finally say, okay, this is enough and cover. But it's been going on for what, a year and a half now? So we'll see what happens this week. And if we get some major movement, I'll make another video, or depends on how I feel or what I'm doing. We'll let this play out a little bit. So, guys, have a good week. If I don't, I might do another one. Tuesday, Wednesday, who knows? So, if I don't, you guys have a good week. We'll see you in the next video.